Welcome back, everybody. Sheepdog Smokey here, and this one is one, honestly, that I've been holding a couple of days because I wasn't sure about it being anything more than a rumor until the last couple of days while I've been holding on this to verify a few things. And it is something I've seen reported a few times just in the last day. So let's go on and roll into the video and talk about it. The topic here is the effect of nicotine, specifically smoking, on COVID-19. As with influenza, SARS, MERS, any respiratory illness, smoking exacerbates the situation. I know that my flu, when I get that each year, I have been told, flat out, if I was a non-smoker, I would likely never get the flu again. As it is, it's 24, 36, maybe 48 hours. I don't feel ordinarily or inordinately bad. I just run maybe a 99.5, 100-degree fever, a degree and a half above body normal. And I have, the sniffles for a day or two. My doctor flat out told me if I was to quit smoking, my allergies would virtually disappear, save for mesquite and feline dander, which I have horrid reactions to. And I would likely never get the flu again. And I am working on it. I've not had nearly as many cigarettes today as even just a few months ago when I wasn't really trying. So I could easily see myself being a non-smoker by the end of summer. But this one virus, COVID-19, is not doing what people thought it would do to smokers. Now, I've said in past videos, I am not a conspiracy theorist. I am not going to jump out and say that this is an engineered virus that was purposely released and is propagated by whatever means anyone is saying at the current time. If it was engineered, it was engineered. If it wasn't, it wasn't. And we'll likely never know. If it was purposely released, if it wasn't, we will likely never know. All we do know is that we have a pandemic right now, and doctors are responding to it as doctors do to any illness. Anytime there is a new virus, a new illness on the scene, when it's brand new like COVID-19, there is no tested or approved method. Doctors look at things like remdesivir or hydroxychloroquine when coupled with zinc, and they say, this worked on this respiratory thing, we might want to look at it. And researchers do their thing, and testers do their thing. And ultimately doctors come back and say this is providing good or bad results. The big difference on that this time is the news basically jumped up and said, only use things that have already been approved, which would mean let people die. But for some reason, the infection rate among smokers is nowhere near what it was projected to be. And I'm bringing this up now because I have now seen 3 or 4 reports on this. And the problem I have is none of them are from a medical source. I don't like getting information on a medical issue from a non-medical source. But that's all I can find on this, which is really confusing me because if the reports are correct and the infection rate among smokers is actually quite a bit lower than what was predicted or anticipated, that makes me wonder why this virus is so different than any of the other coronaviruses that have ever been seen, or influenza, SARS, MERS, the rhinovirus, anything. There has never been anything I've ever heard of, other than free time, that smoking didn't 100% adversely react. And I mean, even that is a facetious little joke, because my free time I get to go take a smoke break. But this is making me very, very curious. And I'm curious how many of you may know a doctor or an epidemiologist or a medical researcher, a nurse, EMT, CNA, anyone in the medical field who might know something about this. We're looking at states beginning to reopen. And as the states begin to reopen, the only real worry I have is that I have a smoker's cough. It's not as bad as it was 6 months ago because I am smoking far, far less than I was 6 months ago. 6 months ago, I was roughly a pack a day. Now I'm down to less than half that. But I still have that smoker's cough. And, pardon me, the state of the world right now, coughing is something that people react incredibly bad to. I don't want to get back to my office as opposed to working from home. And if I have a coughing fit, because I am a smoker, I don't want to be told, you have to leave, and now we have to have everyone tested, and you have to get tested, and you can't come back until you don't cough. Because for me, that would literally be a year or more after I quit smoking when the cough is as minimal as it's going to be. And we have several people in our office that smoke. And smokers cough. It's just the way it is. I know people who have been non-smokers for several years still have a coughing fit now and then. It's just the way of life for us. But this one question of why are fewer people, far fewer people than anticipated who are smokers infected with or suffering from COVID-19. It is a very odd situation, very weird thing to have happen when all we've seen and heard for two months or more is that this is the most horrid pandemic since the plague, and you have to socially distance yourself from everyone, and so on and so on. So I don't know what's going on. I'd really like to. And I've put some feelers out, asked some people who are smarter than I am when it comes to biology, anatomy, physiology, medicine, and so on. I fully expect them to all tell me I really should quit smoking, which I am working on. But it's still a question that just will not let me go. So let me know your thoughts. I mean, if you know someone in the medical field and you can talk to them and get their take on this situation, anything of the sort, definitely let me know. I would love to hear it, even be able to reach out to them and talk to them. As always, though, remember to be civil. I fully expect to see comments, you really should quit smoking. I know, I'm trying. It's not easy. It's like giving up sodas. In fact, it's probably going to be easier than giving up sodas. But we need to be civil because we are civil adults. We're not toddlers. Please also remember to like and share the video to widen the conversation. Share it on other social media. Tag your medical industry friends so that they might weigh in and maybe we can actually figure something out. Who knows? I'm not volunteering to be a guinea pig by any means. You'll also want to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you're aware of all new content and so you're part of the giveaway at 500, 1,000, and 1,500 subscribers. That said, I have been fighting my back all day. I finally got to where I could move to the desk to record this because I wanted to get it while it was fresh in my head. So I'm going to now relax, put a heat pad on it, and we'll see how that works out, but we will go from there. Until next time, everyone, stay safe, smart, healthy, and be careful, and have a wonderful day.